Oh, December. December 2005, I looked something like this. Let's just jump into it, shall we? December 1st, 2005. Today started kind of okay. Then everything slowly went down as the day went on. On the bus in the morning, the main topic was Corey. We were talking about how he wanted me to ask Shelby back out for him on the bus in the morning if she didn't get his email last night. Oh. Not everyone had cell phones quite yet, and the main means of communication is email. Katie asked Shelby if she was going to go back out with him. Shelby told her that she won't because there was a reason why she dumped him in the first place. That is great logic. If you ended it, there was probably a reason for that. Good job, 14-year-old Shelby. I had Spanish, which is a pretty cool class. Other than I'm probably going to fail the test next Wednesday because I don't know any of the vocab. Ugh. I also wrote a poem type thing during the class today. Well, if you paid attention to class, you'd probably be more likely to pass this upcoming test, but okay. Write a poem. That's a great idea. Yes, I'm going to read it to you. It went slipping into the gray oblivion. No longer have the strength to keep my head raised. My thoughts drown as I sink slowly to the bottom, gazing up at the surface as I see through the haze my destiny. Stop writing bad poetry during Spanish and pay attention. Oh, idiot. Then I went to World Studies. At the last 5 minutes, we got to talk. And somehow Ethan, Taylor, Helena, and I were talking about Helena picturing Taylor and Ethan in the shower together. Haha! Well, I found it funny. Smiley face. I went home and then had to get ready for practice for 6 to 7:30. Then after practice, I came home and got on the internet. Not a big surprise. I still do that. It actually happens more often than just when I get home because now I have a little internet machine right in my pocket. Then I got a message on MySpace from Ashley. Yeah, on MySpace. I do not have a cell phone at this point in my life. Smartphones are non-existent right now. Like, people are killing it on the Razor phones and MySpace. Dial-up internet. Okay, so message from Ashley on MySpace. This is when things got a little rocky. She asked me why I was giving her dirty looks and asked what my issue was. I wrote back to her telling her that I didn't give her dirty looks and whatever. I have chronic resting face. That's just all the time. She didn't know. Then I went on Curtis's MySpace and on his comments, she wrote something like, yeah, and you know who is really annoying me? What's her issue? I wonder who you know who is. Then I posted after her, I'm taking bets on who you know who is. Ugh. Yeah, that'll solve your problem with her. I own Greg. That's a story for next time along with the crushes I have. Crushes. December 2nd, 2005. Shelby told me about how she heard someone talking about how Ashley, like, loves Curtis. It's kind of funny, because I don't know if either of them have told the other how they feel. You haven't told anybody how you feel. You don't get to say I wonder what's gonna happen. Oh yes, I still have to explain some things, like me owning Greg and my few crushes. I don't really own him because that would be weird. I'm glad you clarified that. Thank you. Okay, well, there was this bulletin on MySpace that practically everyone has. It says something about whoever wants to adopt me replied to me saying, I own you, haha. So I replied, I own you, because it would be funny. Yeah, it's hilarious. It's so funny. It was the first day we met and I own him. He took it pretty good and laughed and didn't think I was creepy. Desperate, maybe. That's not creepy. Oh, and my crushes. Before I went to high school, I thought it was bad to have more than one crush. Like, bad as in kind of slutty. But I have a few little crushes. Well, I did have a little crush on Curtis, but I don't anymore. Over it. But my slight crushes are on Greg, Taylor, Ethan, and I think that's it. So from the transition from middle school to high school, there were 35 people in my 8th grade class all together. Completely. There's 35 of us all together. So all of a sudden I go to high school and all of a sudden I'm like, ah, there are more people in the world. I like you. I like you. I like you. Who are you? I like you. I think I was just more surprised that there would be more people in the world that I would actually like. Not like as like, but as find interesting, because there were 35 of us and now there's 100 and something of us in our class. I went to a small high school too, okay? Just leave it. So at this point I think I'm getting my crush, infatuation, romantic, blah, confused with, oh, new people that I can get along with and like and can be friends with. And I think right now in my 14-year-old headspace, I'm getting those two confused. Like, oh, they must be crushes. I haven't met any new people for a while because there were 35 of us, okay? 35 of us from kindergarten all the way through 8th grade. These people are family, essentially. So I went and met these new people and I'm like, I don't understand the feelings that are coming out of me. Is it like, is it love, crush, friendship? Romance? I don't know. You guys out there, if you're meeting new people, try to really sense how you're feeling about that person, whether or not it is crush or interest, like in a platonic way. Rant over. December 4th, 2005. I had a dream I was Spider-Man protecting Taylor and I was hugging Greg. Who doesn't have dreams that they're Spider-Man? December 6th, 2005. I was talking to Greg about how I'm going to an elementary game, basketball. I kind of invited him to come along with me as a joke, right? Because why seriously ask people? So then they can say no, and that's disheartening. He also told me he's going to hug me tomorrow. Ooh. And today in the hallway, Ethan was running into me and pushing me, flirting, I hope. He wasn't. I'm going to dream good tonight. Blah. Shut up! December 7th, 2005. World Studies. We had a sub. Really into this World Studies. I'm not good at it. Obviously, I have never paid attention to World Studies because there's too many boys around me. So we watched a movie and answered questions. Helena and I kept poking Ethan, and when he'd look back, we'd both act like we didn't do anything. Good prank! Got my hug from Greg. Heart. Blech. December 8th, 2005. I was talking to Greg on the internet like half an hour ago. Ugh, my heart just sank. This will be Greg. Hi, I'm Greg. Old Greg. Shut up! Okay, so this is us on the internet, obviously. Alright, but will you please never tell her? Heart begins to sink. I won't, because you're friends with her, aren't you? With Kayla? Heart officially sinks. Yeah, I'm friends with her. Well, I've kind of liked her for the better part of 2 years, and most people assume it. No one besides, like, one other person really knows. Really? My heart's breaking all over again. Oh well, life goes on. I'll be his friend, and it will be all good for now. I still kind of like Taylor and Ethan, but not as much as I liked Greg. If your crush tells you that they don't want to be with you or they want to be with someone else, it's okay. It's fine. You'll be okay, because eventually, later on in your life, you'll look back and be like, why was I so upset? That was stupid. Wise words, Sam. Thank you. December 9th, 2005. Well, I'm over whatever it was with Greg. This is literally the next day after this conversation. See, it wasn't a true heartbreak. If you could get over it in the span of 24 hours, wasn't quite meant to be. Water under the bridge. I'm still going to talk to him because he seems like he would be a good friend. Dear all of the guys who talk about the friend zone, hi. There was a time where I was queen of the friend zone, but I didn't complain about it. I went, okay, they're not interested in me. At least I'll still keep them as a friend because I still like them as a person. Kayla might like Greg. No idea though. Haha, Ethan's such a nut. He is awesome and cute. On to the next, on to the next. What was this? I don't know. I apologize for whatever this was. December 16th, 2005. After school, the play was going on at like 5, so Curtis and Greg stayed after to watch Hannah because she's in it. So I was hanging out with them and Angela. Angela told me to feel Greg's abs. It was funny. Sounds hilarious. I was leaving and Greg and Curtis were out in the hallway, so I gave them both hugs and left. I had to go to Garrett's band concert. I ran up to Anthony and gave him a hug, and then I gave Tyler a hug, and then I ran up and gave Cal a hug. I just went hug crazy. I'm so silly and crazy. Someone please just like me. Someone new just like me, please. Classic case of trying too hard. Just so desperate to be loved. Thank you guys for watching my Dear Diary series. You made it all the way to this far. Thank you so much. This is ridiculous to me that you are even watching anything that I make. So thank you so much. If you want to watch November's Dear Diary series, you can click right here. I'll make you a little annotation box just for you, love, okay? That's for you. Click that if you want to go back and take a look. If you want to see more, I do vlogs and things. You can watch those if you want. If you want to see my next Dear Diary series, you can subscribe if you want. Plugging myself, I feel uncomfortable. You don't have to subscribe. This is the strangest thing I've ever done.